welcome back. This is the second question from Edexcel International Advanced Level, January 2021, Pure Mathematics 2, paper. The second question is on calculus. A curve has equation y equals x cubed minus x squared minus 16x plus 2. Using calculus, find the x-coordinates of the stationary points of the curve. The first thing you need to know is stationary point on a curve is where your dy by dx, the gradient, is equal to 0. It could be a maximum point, it could be a minimum point. It could be anything. Maximum point on a curve or minimum point on a curve. So at stationary points, remember the gradient. Gradient here is dy by dx is equal to 0. So it means that the y equation which they have given us, we need to differentiate it. So we are going to differentiate it as dy by dx is equal to x cube gets differentiated as 3 x to the power of 3 minus 1. There is a reduction of the power by 1 minus 2 x to the power of 2 minus 1 minus 16 x to the power of 1 minus 1, and the differentiation of a constant term like 2 is going to be 0. So this simplifies as 3x squared minus 2x minus 16. This is our dy by dx. Now since they have asked us to find the x-coordinates of the stationary points, we know that at stationary points the gradient dy by dx is 0. So we are going to equate this equation equal to 0. So we get it as a quadratic equation of 3x squared minus 2x minus 16 is equal to 0. To get the x-coordinates, we have various ways to solve this. You have splitting the middle term, then you have the quadratic formula, or you also have completing the square method. Here I am going to use splitting the middle term way. So here usually what we do in this method is we multiply the first term with the last term. So we get it as 3 times minus 16. That will give us minus 48. Now we have to start finding the factors of minus 48, which added or subtracted together should give you the middle term as minus 2. The factors of minus 48 which I can think of now is 6 and minus 8. Because when you multiply 6 with minus 8, it gives you minus 48. And when you add 6 and minus 8, it gives you the middle term, which is minus 2. So I'm going to split it as 3x squared minus 8x plus 6x minus 16 is equal to 0. As you can see, the middle term has got split into 2 terms. That is why this method is called as splitting the middle term. Now, we are going to factorize this given equation. So we are going to take out common out from this, and we are going to take the common out from this. Only thing we can take common out from this is x, and this remains as 3x minus 8. And from here we can take 2 common out, which again remains as 3x minus 8 equals 0. So the factors are x plus 2 and 3x minus 8 equals 0. To get the values of x, we take x plus 2 equal to 0 and 3x minus 8 equal to 0. Therefore, we get the x value as negative 2 here, and we get the x value as 8 over 2. So we got the x coordinates as asked in part A. Now let us see what is the B part of the question. Justify by further calculus the nature of all of the stationary points of the curve. So the question is asking us basically what is the nature of these two stationary points we have got. Nature in the sense whether it is going to be a maximum or it is going to be a minimum point on the curve, these two stationary points. Now to find that, they have asked us to use the further calculus, which means we have to further differentiate the dy by dx once more. So here we are going to get it as d square y by dx square. This is called double differentiation. So what we had got in dy by dx? We had got it as 3x squared minus 2x minus 16. We are again going to differentiate this equation once more. So the differentiation of 3x squared gives us 6x. And the differentiation of minus 2x gives us minus 2. And as we know, the differentiation of a constant term will be always 0. So there is no more terms to it. Now let us see what is the meaning of nature of the stationary points. Now if I am drawing a curve like this and if I am drawing a curve like this, both are for d square y by dx square. For example, d square y and dx square. Whenever we are finding dy by dx, this is the rate of change of y axis with respect to x axis. But whenever we are saying d square y by dx square, it is the rate of change of gradient with respect to the x axis. So here in this curve, as you can see, the curve increases, goes to a maximum point and then decreases. That means here d square y by dx square is negative since the curve is decreasing. And here as we can see, the curve starts off to reduce, then moves to a 0 point and then it moves to a maximum point. Here hence d square y by dx square is positive. So if it goes to a maximum point, then we call it as a maximum point on the stationary curve. And here if it goes to a minimum point, then we call it as a minimum. So let us see which one out of the two stationary points are maximum and minimum. So let us substitute first x equal to negative 2 in d square y by dx square. So d square y by dx square is equal to 6 times negative 2 minus 2. This gives you minus 12 minus 2, which is minus 14. So if we get d square y by dx square as negative, we know that it is a maximum point. Therefore, x is equal to negative 2 is a maximum point. This is the nature of the stationary point. Now let us also check for x is equal to 8 by 3. Let us put it in d square y by dx square. So when we substitute it, d square y by dx square is equal to 6 times 8 over 2 minus 2. This 3 one times, 3 two times. We would go in the table of 3. So it becomes 2 times 8 is 16 minus 2, which is 14. As we can see, this is positive. Hence, when our d square y by dx square is positive, we say that the point, the stationary point is at the minimum. Therefore, x is equal to 8 by 3 is a minimum point. Hence, we have found out the nature of the stationary curve using further calculus, that is using double differentiation. So, this is the answer for part B. X equal to minus 2 is a maximum point and x equal to 8 over 3 is a minimum point.